Welcome back to the channel. Another day in the life of a reseller vlog. I got a new vlog up this morning, and I've been busy this morning listing items into the store I got going on the jewelry. Got all those rings listed, all those pendants and necklaces and everything that I had on the table in yesterday's video. It's all up online now. Let me give you guys a look. Here's a look at the last 8 listings. All those rings that were laid out on the table, I got them all posted. Posted them all up for $14.97, and we'll accept offers. There's some nice ones in the mix there. Here's the rest of those listings. 2 more rings, and then we got the earring set, the necklace with the opal and the ruby. And then down here is a couple pins. So we got to start on that jewelry. I'm not so sure how I feel about it. $400 worth of jewelry, and we got a lot of stuff still waiting for me at my mom's place. I don't know if I want to continue listing individually, or maybe we should try bulking some of that up. I think the bulking up might be the route to go, since we just have so much of it, and we can easily make our money back with some bulk lots. So that might be the way to go this time. Maybe pull a few select items from the entire rest of the lot and then bulk up the rest of it to make it a little easier on myself. I'm just realizing if I have to go through and list all those items individually, it's going to take me forever. Even though I was able to knock out those listings this morning pretty quickly. Took me about an hour or two to get all those online, but the workload, we want to minimize the workload and maximize the profits. That's kind of the idea in the new year, so let's make some efforts to do that. We did have some sales come in today, so let's take a look and see what sold. So overnight the store had 6 orders for $127.64. This is the big store, $127.64 overnight. First item to sell was this. It's an extra large Comfort Colors gray cotton men's short sleeve graphic fishing t-shirt. So that t-shirt sold for $19.64. It was the first t-shirt to sell from one of the online arbitrage purchases I made recently. I did a $59 lot of clothing that included a sweater, shoes, and I think it was 19 or 21 t-shirts. So that was one of those 21 t-shirts, one of the short sleevers, and it sold for $19 and some change. So we're heading our way towards the profit on that investment. 19 back out of the 59 we invested. So we sell a few more of those t-shirts and we'll be in the profit in no time. Second item to sell sold for $58.09. It's a brand new pair of Asics Gel Rocket Blue and Gray size 9 indoor court volleyball shoes. So I think I paid about $13 for those shoes. They're half off of $24.99 at the thrift. Got them half off, and they were just like brand new volleyball shoes. Looks like they were never worn. I listed them as new based on the condition, and they sold for $58. So turning like what, 13 into 58, subtract shipping from that, and that's a pretty decent profit. It didn't take long at all for it to sell. Let's see, I listed that on December 17th, and here it is February, and it's already sold, so not long at all. Sometimes it takes a little bit of a time for stuff to sell, but when you buy brand new shoes like that, the sell-through rate improves, and you get that quicker sale. So sometimes you spend a little bit more and you make that profit much faster. Third item that sold for $13.09. It's the Conspirator DVD movie film from 2011. It's sealed, brand new, starring Robert Redford. It's the collector's edition. So that was the 2-disc collector's edition of the Conspirator with Robert Redford. So I'm not sure exactly where I got that, either a storage unit or I bought that from the thrift, but sold it for $13, so not too bad. Fourth item sold for $17.09. It's a pair of Nautica navy blue cotton men's flat front solid dress pants, extra large size 38 waist by 32 inch inseam. So just a basic pair of Nautica dress pants. You can find those quite easy at any thrift store on the sale day. Pick it up $2 to $3 and flip it online. What did we get, 20 some odd dollars? So pretty close to 20 anyways. I forget what I said, but Nautica pants. Nautica is not a hugely sought after brand, but it is a decent brand. People recognize it and people will search for it, so pick those up. Flat front always sells a little bit better than pleated. People don't wear pleated these days. They're kind of out of style, so look for those flat front dress pants. Fifth item sold for $8.74. It's a KC adjustable snapback blue plaid red bill hat. One size fits all adult cap. So that's just a basic fashionable plaid cap with a red bill. Probably somebody wants to add a little flair to their wardrobe. Pick that one up. Not sure when. But $8.74, a little bit under market value. I'd like to get a little bit more for hats, but hats do ship cheap. And they're easy to list, easy to ship, so I don't mind making a few bucks on a hat. Final item that sold this morning sold for $10.99. It's a Ralph Lauren polo orange short sleeve t-shirt top, cotton, size small, crew neck. So just a basic solid crew neck t-shirt. Ralph Lauren, a sought after brand. Obviously you can get a little bit more money for it, but this one was a size small, so obviously the demand isn't there for small. If it was a bigger size, we could probably get upwards of $20 for a t-shirt, but this one sold for far less. What was it? $10.99, so still not too bad. So I'm gonna have a couple sandwiches for lunch, fuel up a little, get this Waterloo cherry lemonade, drink that down, and then we'll get to packing those orders. Alright, through the magic of video, there they magically appear. 6 orders ready for shipping labels. Let's get them printed. Here comes shipping labels hot off the printer. Let's get them on these packages. Alright, we got that empty tote. You know what time it is now. Let's fill it up. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. While we're in the packing mode, I might as well log into the small store, see what kind of sales we had overnight, see if anything's sold. Let's take a look. Alright, looks like we had one sale out of the small store. Let me show you. Here it is. Let me give you a look at this. There's a few photos here. That's the top. There's the side. There's the underneath. The label, as you can see, it's a London Fog cap hat, medium size 7.5 vintage. Newsboy hat, blue cotton, made in the USA. There you see the back of it. So a London Fog newsboy hat. So that hat sold for $16.63. Pretty good little price for a little vintage hat like that. I'm gonna go pick that up out of the inventory and get a label on it and add it to the tote. Here comes that label. Come on. Come on. Alright, one more for the tote. There we go. So now that we got all that jewelry listed and all those orders packed up, we got to figure out what to list this afternoon. I do have some stuff set up in the photo station. Let's go on out there and give you guys a look. I think the plan this afternoon is to do these shoes. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pairs of shoes, and then this little camera here that I have, a little sports cam. And then I think I'm going to grab 4 of these. I'm not going to do all 8, but probably 4 of these. These 2 coffee mugs here. Those are little Star Trek coffee mugs. That whale glassware. And this is a little toilet pen holder. It says, use me well, keep me clean, and I'll never tell what I have seen. A little toilet there. Put your pens in there for your office. They go in there. It might be for your toothbrush, actually. Now that I think about it, I was using it for pens, but I think you could put your toothbrush in there. So I'm going to take a second and get that stuff photographed. I think I'm going to add a couple Hot Wheels cars to the mix as well. Make it an even 12 items to get photographed and listed. Well, I'll show you these 2 Hot Wheels. Let me show you. I'm just going to grab these 2 right here. It looks like it's a Chevelle, and this one is a... what is that? So a Hummer, an H2 Hummer. Kind of a cool little Hummer car. So there you see it, a dozen items ready to get photographed. Let's get the work done. Alright, I just listed 5 items into the small store, and I've got, I think, 7 left to do when I get home, but I'm going to go head to Lake Padden, get a nice run in, drop off my orders. Let me give you guys a look at what I posted. Here's a look at the last 8 that I put up into the small store. We had a little die-cast car there. Yesterday we got the 2 G.I. Joe figures. Those are the 12-inch bigger size. We got this little action camera, and then up here we put the 2 Star Trek mugs in the store, and then we did this blue whale and the Delft blue toilet toothbrush holder. That's what it is. So there we go. Bunch of 5 new orders into the small store. So honestly, that was a bit of a mistake. I didn't mean to list those into the small store, but since they were part of the inventory system that I can easily grab, I'm just going to leave them in there. It doesn't really matter which store they're in. But now I log back into this big store. We're back in the big store. And tonight I'll put those shoes up in the two Matchbox cars, Hot Wheels. So that's the plan for this evening, but first let's go to Lake Padden and get a nice run in. There they are, ready for me when I get home, all lined up and photographed, and will be easy to list when I arrive back at home. A couple Hot Wheels as well, so those will go up this afternoon as well. Alright, I forgot to get a shot of the sign, but we made it here to Lake Padden. Gonna get a nice 2.6 mile run in around the lake. Got some time to make that happen, and then when we get back, we'll give a few moments of gratitude, so stick around for that. Alright, I made it, another 2.6 around Lake Padden. Today was a decent run. I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10. Lately, they've been 7 out of 10s. Haven't been really more so on my mind than on my body. You know, think and just make it through the run, and think what you think. Come up with something to be grateful for. Today I was kind of thinking about the lesson, right? We've talked about that. The blessing is the lesson, right? There's a lesson, new lesson every day. And, you know, sometimes you have conversations with people and you don't really know what's going to stick, what's going to carry on with them, you know. And I was talking about J school, journalism school, right? And the first things they teach you in the lead of the story is the who, what, when, where, why, and sometimes how, you know. Get that in there, you know. The people only read 2 paragraphs of a newspaper article usually, so you got to get all that, you know, pertinent information right there in the lead before they leave the story, you know. That's the key to it. And, you know, I worked as a journalist for a few years, and I got pretty good at that, and, you know, was talking about that a little bit with a buddy of mine. And sometimes, you know, you talk with folks and you're like, you know, I'm a pretty decent storyteller. Over the years, I've been able to hone that skill a little bit. When you see it in others and you tell them, you know, oh, you're a pretty good storyteller too, you know, and we have all these new avenues of reaching people, you know, and we need more and more storytellers, you know, whether it be through Instagram just to give a chuckle, or, you know, long form content like I'm trying to do through YouTube. Or just to get your art out there in a creative and fun way, you know. People are just yearning for storytellers, and I think, you know, a lot of creativity these days is in that framework. Sometimes you think about yourself, you know, and discovering who you are, you know, figuring out your purpose in life. And, you know, I was never really good at that. It was kind of always a follower, you know. In college, they'd ask you, what's your majoring in? You know, I don't know. You know, I'm taking English classes, I'm pretty good at that. Math's not really my strong suit. Or, oh, I got into the journalism school, I'm really liking it, you know, writing for the newspaper. I got an article in the magazine, you know, I'm doing pretty good. You know, people seem to like my writing. That sort of thing. That kind of becomes your identity for a while. And then maybe you switch, you know, journalism didn't work out. You know, I think I'm going to study sociology or psychology, you know. You see a buddy of yours taking those classes and you pick up a book and you're like, this stuff's pretty interesting, you know, I could get into that. And that was always kind of my MO in college, you know, switching from one major to the next, one whim to the next, you know, kind of following the crowd and, you know, letting others kind of determine where I go. And, you know, not much has changed. I still kind of do that, you know. I'm an eBayer, but I'm a photographer. I'm trying to be a writer. I'm trying to be a YouTuber. I'm just kind of letting life happen to me and end up where I go. And lately, you know, I try to have a strategy, you know. I don't want to just let life happen to me. I want to kind of find my purpose before, you know. Life is short, you know, and tomorrow's never promised. And you have obstacles that you're trying to overcome, climb little mountains, and every day is a new one, right? And a lot of people take on these new obstacles, and every day is something new that you have to overcome. You have to get through that day. And I think I have that a lot lately, just making it through the next day. It's almost like, you know, AA or something, you know, just, you know, I got some buddies that are in AA, and you remember how they were, and you see how they are now, and you're like, man, you know, he's in a better spot, you know, he's made it through the day, he's made it through the last 20 years, and he's come out on the other end, you know. And I think I kind of have done that in terms of my career as a reseller and as a photographer, but it hasn't quite gone where I want it to go. So you got to have some strategy. You just can't let life happen to you. But that being said, you know, sometimes life does just happen to you, you know. Things are thrown your way that you got to deal with. And you got to face them and try to do your best to just get through the day and overcome that first obstacle that is in front of you before you tackle that next one. And I think, you know, I see that a lot in what I'm doing with YouTube. You know, there's that getting monetized, you know, and then that opens more doors, and who knows what happens after that. Once you get a little paycheck coming your way, there's a lot of opportunity, and creativity grows. You know, a lot of people are saying, you know, you're just a poser. You're reading these articles. These aren't even your own articles, Brian. You know, it's just something you're grabbing online and you're getting views off of somebody else's art. You know, that's certainly the case. And, you know, there's no denying that. But I think, you know, there's such a need for storytellers. If 300 people want to watch me read someone else's article in a creative way, that becomes my art. Their art is transcends through my voice. Personally, I don't think there's anything wrong with doing that at this point. You know, obviously I want to get to the point where I have the time to express my own art more so than just reading off someone else's story. But it's kind of a fun little venture that I'm at in the time and space that I am right now. And like I said, I've kind of allowed this YouTube channel to grow and become what it is at this point. And who says, you know, what it's going to become in the future? I don't know, but it'll be another obstacle, another challenge to get through. So I guess I'm grateful for today's challenge, right? To get through today's challenge. I know there's a lot of people out there tackling challenges that are much greater than mine, and they're getting through those. And tomorrow will be a new day for them as well. Yeah, a new day, and each new day is kind of a blessing, right? You gotta count your blessings every day. And search for that purpose, that new purpose that you wake up to every morning. So I guess grateful for the purpose that I have today to put this message out to you guys through this platform. And hopefully you guys will enjoy it and subscribe and ring that notification bell and come along for this journey. Enjoy these little moments of gratitude for what they are. And hopefully learn a few lessons along the way. And hopefully teach me a few as well. So have an open mind, you know, artistically be free, be as free as you can, and don't let preconceived notions prevent you from becoming the greatest you. Yeah, I think a lot of times you have those conversations with folks about being great storytellers, or you invite them onto your YouTube channel because you see greatness in them as well, and you want them to be part of your story, right? You know, I could easily do this all by myself, and very much I am at this point kind of doing it along all by myself for the most part. I mean, you guys are along for the ride and clicking like and watching a few of these here and there, and I thank you for that. But it is a very solo journey at this point, and I'm hoping that the channel will grow and I'll be able to take some new adventures and catch some new purpose out of life through this channel. So on to the next. I guess, yeah, grateful for that purpose, grateful for today's challenge, and grateful for the look at this lake that we're going to take. So let's hit the trail and get out there and take a look at the lake today. So it looks like we have a little bit of wildlife out there today. I'm going to try to go over there and give you a look at the ducks. So let's take a look. Please do not feed the wildlife. So we see some over there on the far end. I'm going to walk over that way, try to give you guys a look at them. It's kind of a dreary day today. No rain or anything, but not a very joyful day, I would say. But a beautiful sight, a little sprinkle on this water, so we can't complain too much, right? Some days I allow for a little complaining, just not too much, right? Today's probably one of those days. So we got this shoreline here, and those ducks are ducking in and out of the water over there. Looks to be some little ones. There they go. Do you guys see them flying away? Maybe they'll circle back. I always wanted to catch them circling back. See how low they are on that water there? There's still two big ducks. The smaller ducks all flew away, though. There's like a small batch that kind of take off like that, and they stay about 2 feet above the water as they fly. There goes the heron. You guys see him? He flew away as I approached. I wish I had that camera going, because that was quite a exit. I might have caught the tail end. He was right in there. So that was exciting. I haven't seen a heron out here for quite some time. They just kind of been absent, but I guess they're still out here, obviously. That one took off in a hurry. I don't know if I caught the tail end of it. I hit record as soon as I could, but he's pretty quick to get out of there. Remember, they hide right here in this brush. That's kind of a good spot for them to not be seen, right in there. We got all the ducks here lined up on the shoreline. I got you guys zoomed in as much as possible. I'm trying not to bounce you around as much. But when you walk up on them, there they go. There's usually one that kind of sticks around, but for the most part, they just all walk away, or swim away, I guess it would be. There they go. Big row of ducks. I don't know where the little ones went that I was telling you guys about. They might be further out there. But there's a nice batch of them. There's a few more over there. So this area does have some nice wildlife. Whole family of ducks out here. So we got to see a heron, a bunch of ducks. Nice batch of water. I think I'm going to walk a little further. Maybe we'll catch another heron. Sometimes they all hide in the similar places. So let's walk around this next turn here and see what we can find. You can see there's a nice batch of sticks in there. Sometimes they get right in there where you can't even see them. They just kind of blend in. If you look for them, sometimes you can spot them ahead of time. There are those smaller ducks. Man, they're fast. I didn't even notice them and they're off. They fly off pretty quick. Whole batch of them. This batch of ducks doesn't fly as beautiful as that batch. I wish they would circle back around, because when they land, it's just a sight to be seen. Whole batch of small ducks landing in unison. That's the shot I need to get one of these days. As you can see, this runoff is thick through here, all big puddles all the way through here along the trail. Alright, it's starting to get a little dark, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this little look at the wildlife here at Lake Padden. We got a few ducks, we almost got a heron, we might have got the tail end of one flying away. Same with those smaller ducks, so maybe next time we'll catch them. Alright, we made it back to the car. I want to thank everybody for listening to my little moment of gratitude today and taking a look at the lake with me. Hopefully you guys can sit down and think of a few things that you're grateful for today and let some folks know how important they are in your life, and hopefully that message will help improve their lives. In your life as well. But I'm gonna go home, get some more of those listings up. I got those shoes waiting for me, those Matchbox cars, and then we gotta figure out what I'm gonna list tomorrow, because I've kind of halted the buying this week and this month in general, and just been working through the inventory I have, which isn't always that exciting of a venture, but it has allowed me to get some profits back in my pocket after making that $400 buy. It's always takes a while to rebuild that cash flow, but it's coming in one day at a time. I got to keep listing with stuff that I have. I got a lot of great inventory at home, so I can't complain. There's money coming in and orders going out, so life is good. Yeah, I was thinking, you want something out of life, it's okay, you gotta dream for it with reckless abandon, you gotta ask the universe for it, right? Don't be afraid to ask for it. Yeah, we was having a discussion about the beehives, they take the queen out of the beehive and the vibration isn't correct, right? And the rest of the colony knows things aren't right, and you relocate that bee, you find a new environment for it, and the rest of them follow. And sometimes you gotta change your vibration in life. You gotta find a new environment that suits you better and be okay with that new environment. There you see it. There they are, 5 listed. So I got home from my run, showered up, got something to eat, and then listed those 5 shoes. I still have those 2 Hot Wheels, but those 5 shoes you saw earlier in the video are now listed. So pretty good listing day for me today. It was quite productive with the jewelry early on. Then got everything photographed and completed all the shoes that I had planned, as well as those items in the boxes, the small delicate items, the 2 mugs, and I forget what else. There was a couple other knickknacks that got listed into that section of the store. So pretty good listing day for me today. Hopefully that will result in some more sales down the line. Usually when you have a good day like this, it will show up in sales later. So let's hope for that. But it's a little after 9, so I'm going to call an end to this day in the life of a reseller vlog. I want to thank everybody for watching completely to the end. I know it helps me get those hours that I need, trying to get to the 4,000 hour mark, and we're well on our way. I got a few more to go, obviously, but subscriber count is up and hours are up, so I'm gonna keep chipping away at it, and we'll get there. But thanks again for watching this one to the end, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.